Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And Ann, thank you for your leadership on this. Let's give Ann Flood in the Department of Insurance and Financial Services. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that introduction, Ann. And this is an awesome turnout. This is wonderful to see so many people here, and we have 8 of these going around the state at the same time. And this is a really important topic. To be open with you, we probably should have a lot more than 8 of these going on. So we really will appreciate your feedback and your thoughts on what worked well, what we can do better, because this is something we should be doing on a continuing basis. How did this really get started? Well, it really goes back to the message I gave on aging, a special message this last summertime. And I want to thank Carrie Cedarberg for her great work on the Office of Services for Aging on doing that. Because as we went through doing that message on aging, we really decided there were 4 pillars of that message that we wanted to emphasize. The first one was healthy lifestyles. The second one was being active and engaged. The third was about independence. And the fourth one was about financial security and stability. And we had a lot of good things on some of the other points, such as expanding Meals on Wheels, such as the My Choice program, allowing people to stay at home instead of having to look at nursing care. A lot of abuse issues. We were working both physical and financial abuse. But this last point about financial issues came up, and we really started talking about it. And if you think about it, quite often when you find people going through the aging process, and we have many more of us that are going to be seniors over the next decade or two, one of the issues that came up is a lot of times you'll find people fairly open talking about their health issues. You've seen that probably, where people will get together and talk about, comparing notes on health issues. And the question was, do you ever see anyone really doing that about financial issues the same way? Because much of the challenges are the same. That in many cases, people sort of they don't really want to talk about their financial issues. And that's a problem, in the sense that they don't want to really share that information, or they don't want to admit or say, I need to do some planning. Because it's something that too few of us do. I think if you look at the research around the country, less than half of Americans spend any time really doing a financial plan for their retirement. Less than half. And for that half that actually do a plan, circumstances change. In a lot of cases, they don't update those plans. So this is an area of huge concern. And so what we thought we should do is really focus in on, first of all, people that are more retirement age. But to be blunt, we need to do this for every Michigander at some point, in terms of asking people to do a better retirement plan. And I recall this is a personal issue, that my father was a small business owner and my mother was a homemaker. And so as they got to the point of wanting to retire, they didn't have any pension. 401ks really weren't much of an item back then. They were really going to have to live on their Social Security and their savings. And I remember my father being very diligent about planning out a budget. And fortunately, he was a good finance person. He did lay out a good budget. It worked for a lot of years. But I remember every month seeing him sit at that desk, going through to say, here's the monthly budget, here's all the bills, and checking it off to make sure it was working. But then he passed away. So there was a need to update that plan. And I remember having to fill his shoes, which I could never fully do, and doing that for Mom, to go through and build that budget and make sure it was being done right. And that was important because that's what they had to live on. So this is something that we do need to be more open about. This is something we can focus in on. And that was really what caused this to happen, in terms of saying we can do a better job. And so I really want to thank our partners here today. We've got a great group of partners. It's wonderful. To be open with you, I'm a CPA, so I started by picking on the Michigan Association of CPAs to step up and join me. But it got such a great response. They signed up right away. But I want to thank the bankers that have joined us, the credit unions that have joined us, the financial institutions and the financial advisors that have joined us. This is a terrific group, folks. And to have the opportunity to do checkups and things like that is absolutely fabulous. So let's make this a living thing, about really how to make things stronger and better for you by doing these financial checkups. Give us your feedback. And then let's figure out how we can continue this to help other people that are looking at retirement today or already retired. But also, let's ask that question, how can we help people that may be quite a few years from retirement? Because it's not too early to be thinking about that, even today. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be with you today to kick this off. I couldn't be at 7 other places, so I'm glad this place worked out. I think we've got a huge crowd here. And this is part of reinventing Michigan. Hopefully you'll be stronger, better, and give us your feedback, and let's go. So thank you so much, and have a great day.